Top 10 Most Advanced Technologies. Vacuum cleaners, refrigerator, aircon, television, smartphones, etc. Technology has no doubt made our lives easier. Everything around us is influenced by technology as well as our daily living. It's amazing how humans' curiosity led to different inventions that helped them survive and thrive. From snail mails before, now hologram and FaceTime. From manual production and use, now automated appliances, facilities, cars, and more. During the Stone Age, people were able to make tools to make their lives easy, such as stone knife, pounder, and presser. But they didn't stop there. Every passing year, mankind continuously feeds their curiosity to innovate their lives, and look at how we live now. It's far more comfortable than before. Technology has something new to offer every year, and every invention is created to change our future. We have depended on them, and living without them is almost impossible. We are now facing the future where everything is run by artificial intelligence, from driverless cars, robot crews, virtual operations, smart houses, and more. The only question is, if this all happens soon, where will humans be? Before we elaborate our countdown for today, don't change channels and stay tuned to witness the latest innovations today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. In today's video, we'll give you the countdown for top 10 most advanced technologies. We know you are very much excited, so let's start our countdown. Starting our countdown is the custom cancer vaccines. We all know how merciless cancer is. It can make someone seriously ill before taking its life. We grew up with the conventional methods of curing it, like chemotherapy, which can only delay the symptoms and only a few can survive. It also affects the healthy cells in our body and isn't effective against tumors. We can always see the picture of the patients suffering from cancer. How eager are they to fight for their lives despite the changes that are happening in their bodies? But the good news is, the BioNTech and Genentech have created customized cancer vaccines that will activate our body's natural defense to destroy the cancer cells effectively by recognizing the unique mutation for each tumor. If the vaccine successfully triggers the immune system to identify the unique tumors, it could effectively kill many types of cancer. Luckily, the BioNTech and Genentech have initiated a mass testing of the vaccine in cancer patients last December 2017 to test its efficiency. Now, they have been working to produce a big number of customized vaccines that will be less of a burden to the family of a cancer patient, for they will be cheap and quickly produced. What a big leap in the field of medicine! Appetizing on number 9 is the cow-free burger. Yes, you heard it right. The project of Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods is making this possible. They know how much we love burgers, but if we continue the usual way of producing them, it will make deforestation, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions worse. So, Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods have resorted to using lab-grown and plant-based alternatives that will taste exactly like real meat without compromising the nutritional value of the food and without harming the environment. Just so you know, Bill Gates is one of the investors of both companies, and if you're thinking how would that be possible? Well, according to the researchers of Maastricht University in the Netherlands, they will be extracting muscle tissues from animals, then grow it in bioreactors, and would only produce 7% emission compared to usual animal raising that will require huge land for containment and water supply for them. If you are excited to taste this cow-free burger, feel free to know that they will be available next year, but the plant-based patties are now being served in restaurants in California. We know you've been thinking about how plants can mimic the taste and texture of the real patty. Well, the answer is Both companies use soy, potatoes, wheat, pea proteins, and plant oils which can effectively mimic the taste of the meat. Cowless burgers, anyone? Monitoring on number 8 is the electrocardiogram that can be worn in the wrist. Monitoring the pulse and heartbeat is important for people who are suffering from heart-related issues. This technology helps the users monitor their heart with their wearable device. This will effectively work to prevent heart attacks or stroke by reading your pulse rate. This was made possible because of the latest regulations and innovation in the software and hardware of the wearable device. This device is convenient to wear and will give you a closer precision like medical does. So efficient. Last 2017, the Apple company has released an FDA-cleared feature installed in its watch. However, it only has a single sensor instead of 12, so it still cannot detect a heart attack. But don't worry, because the Alive Core has presented an app with 2 sensors that can effectively detect a certain type of heart attack, so wearable electrocardiogram will be released shortly. Detecting a number 7 is the blood test for pregnant women that can predict premature birth. Did you know that every year, 15 million babies are born prematurely? Thanks to Stephen Quake and AcnaDX, because they are now developing a blood test for pregnant women that can help predict premature birth. You may be raising your eyebrow now and asking how can a blood sample can detect such? According to a bioengineer at Stanford, Stephen Quake, the answer is the DNA and RNA that are floating in our blood. The cell-free or DNA and RNA are essential ingredients for the placenta and nucleic acid from the fetus. These floating RNA and DNA in the blood can give information, detect, and sequence the small amounts of these genetic materials. Experts will look for genetic mutation based on the sample and sequence the floating RNA in the pregnant woman's blood. Then they can easily point out the flaw in the expressions of the 7 genes that were singled out and can affect a preterm birth. Once the result is revealed, doctors can take precautionary measures and give a better chance of survival to the baby. According to Quake, this blood test promises an easy, quick, and inexpensive measurement. This technology is said to be commercialized within 5 years. This technology can save babies in the future. Calibrating on number 6 is the robot's precision in handling the physical world. Robots aren't new to us, but teaching them to handle the real world is beyond anyone's expectation. OpenAI, Carnegie Mellon University, University of Michigan, and UC Berkeley have been working on robots' dexterity so they can do more tasks. The robot that they have been programming is now learning to manipulate the object of its interest alone by virtual trial and error. An example of this is the Project Dactyl of OpenAI. This robot neural network software learns to pick and turn the building block with its stimulated environment before doing it in reality. Its software experiments to get closer to its goal. What a smart way to avoid the mess. According to them, this technology will be available within 3 to 5 years. If this would successfully be commercialized, this could help homeowners, restaurants, banks, and sick people plus manage production. But don't you think more people will lose their job because of this technology? Let's see. Probing on number 5 is the swallowable medical device that can give a detailed image of the gut. This device is now being used in adults and has been tested with infants since 2019. This device gives an easier projection of the gut diseases, especially the specific one, the environmental enteric dysfunction or EED, that affects millions of children among poor countries from growing properly. What's good about this device is it was swallowable and doesn't require anesthesia. The culprit that affects millions of children around the world is caused by EED, that keeps the children malnourished, having a developmental delay, and shorter for their age. But thanks to a pathologist and engineer in the Massachusetts General Hospital, Guillermo Tierney, because he has been devoting his time to create a small swallowable device that can inspect and get tissue biopsies in the guts. The technology is possible because the device is the size of a capsule and installed with miniature microscopes and connected in a flexible, string-like tether that supplies the power and light while capturing images to affordable case console with a monitor. If you think it will cause you to gag, no, it wouldn't. This device can also inspect the throat, esophagus, and digestive tract. This little probe is the breath of fresh air in the field of medicine, for it has the potential to answer the question about the incurable EED and give opportunity to doctors to develop intervention and treatment. Wow! Flushing on number 4 is the energy-efficient toilet that can operate even without a sewer system. We know how important are toilets, and of course, using this will require a sewage system. In many places, such as the depressed areas, many die because of having no access to safe sanitation. Good thing the Duke University, University of South Florida, Biomass Controls, and California Institute of Technology participated on Bill Gates' Reinvented Toilet Challenge, which aims to develop a toilet that doesn't need a sewer system and can treat waste on the spot. The polluted water bodies caused by dumped feces of the people in depressed areas encouraged the team to create this type of toilet. Polluted bodies of water where bacteria, viruses, and parasites spread causes the death of children worldwide. The University of Florida has invented a toilet that filters out the particles that cause pollution with an anaerobic membrane, which has pores that are smaller than viruses and bacteria, while the Biomass Controls has invented a waste container that heats up the waste to make a carbon-rich that can be used as fertilizer. What a smart way to treat waste! Well, the challenge now is how can they produce a huge number of these to aid the people who have no access to clean sanitation? Generating on number 3 is the new wave nuclear power. We know what you've been thinking when you heard the word nuclear, but this Generation 4 fission reactor is very different from the traditional ones. This nuclear design swears to give safer and cheaper power sources for communities. Thanks to TerraPower, R&D partnerships, and Commonwealth fusion systems for this technology. Just so you know, the wealthy Bill Gates is also an investor in TerraPower and Commonwealth fusion systems. This new wave nuclear power is a miniaturized reactor that is not that costly and can reduce environmental and financial risks, plus help stop climate change. The new wave nuclear power is edging closer to the reality of supplying power in communities within 2030. Ready to communicate is our number 2, the smooth-talking AI assistants. Robots can now understand natural language, thanks to artificial intelligence. Alexa and Siri may have been introduced to you, but the smooth-talking AI assistants can do more than what they can do. You can command these AI assistants while conversing with them. They give you an appointment to restaurants, clinics, predict missing words, take minutes of the meeting, find information, or shop online. This is made possible by Google and OpenAI. If you aren't convinced yet with its efficiency, it can pick up your calls while screening spammers and telemarketers. It can make a call on your behalf to schedule a reservation or any appointments that you need. The only problem now is that the lines are scripted and can still understand sentences. But if another innovation to this will be made, they will be good communicators. Does that mean they can be our teacher or friend? Let's find out after a year. The technologies from number 10 down to number 2 have proven to us how creative man can be. From simple, now to complex ideas that generate the inventions of the present world. But is there more to show that can top all the previous tackled technologies? Yes, there's one more. We are facing the worst climate change in the world. It has been affecting and devastating different parts of the world, but what if we tell you that There is now a technology that can stop climate change. Topping our countdown for today is the carbon dioxide capture. This movement by carbon engineering, where Bill Gates is also an investor, plus the Climeworks and Global Thermostat, has been working on slowing down the carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere by catching them to prevent a deadly and dangerous rise in temperatures around the world. It is estimated by the UN's climate panel that 1 trillion tons of carbon dioxide should be eliminated in the atmosphere to prevent the rising of the temperature. Good thing David Keith, a Harvard climate scientist, discovered that a machine can do the work by direct air capture. But the only down part is that it would take years to capture 1 trillion tons of carbon dioxide. Technology may have been the best ally in simplifying work, but an abuse to this can destroy the only planet where we live. Mankind has filled the picture of the great philosopher Socrates' message that man must rise above the earth to the top of the atmosphere and beyond, for only then he will fully understand the world in which he lives. But the only question is, will it end to our planet's destruction if man persists to explore? Maybe that's a fact, because, as you can see, there is a price that we pay for every invention we create. What do you feel about these inventions? Or do you think that they can really be efficient for us? Do share your thoughts in our comment section. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. This has been our countdown for our top 10 most advanced technologies. Join us again next time for more exciting and informative videos. Ciao!